Hello, everybody. Welcome to 100% LCFC. My name's Phil. Remember you all from last season, from seasons gone by. Just to introduce you to myself, I've been watching Leicester City since 1976. So that's a long time now, 42 years. But some of the most exciting years have been most recently. And I, for one, am very, 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 very excited about next season for some reason. I think I normally am excited in pre-season. But hello to everybody who's watching on Facebook. Hi to all you guys, all the regulars. We're out on Twitter as well now, live streaming. So welcome to all the people on Twitter and Periscope. Get your comments in, please. I'm going to put up the branding there, get it on the right side. Thank you to the guys here who help support us. Very much to Everard's, Peter's Pizzas, the Fox's Arms, it now Kudia, ADT Taxes, Hologram Digital, all you guys, thank you very much. Always looking for new people to sponsor. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to get some hellos on there. Morning to Joanna Astley. The first hello of the 2018-19 season. Yes, it's pre-season today. I've got my tickets. There we go. Going today, Notts County. Not been a while. Are you going, Joanna? Let us know. Hi to Jason Clare. Good to have you back with us for this new season, Jason. How are you? Ian is morning from Wales on holiday. Well, I tell you what, I would think Wales feels like it is Spain today, I would think. So hello to Ian. How are you? Good to have you on here. I popped the link in there. I'm going to just show it on screen. The link is in the comments. If anybody has ever wants to come on live, just click on that link and you can come on. I can pop you on the video. I know it was a bit impromptu this morning. I just thought, do you know what? We're going to the match. We obviously want to speak to people at the match today. So come and find us. Come and find. I'm there with Sam, and hopefully I'm meeting up with Anthony Howard, Boyer Nation, who's on Twitter, one of the guys who does content with us. Dipak is watching. Hi, Dipak. How are you? Is anybody going to the game today? Anybody going to the game today? Put in the comments. Jason Mill says top styles. Yeah, look at me. I've gone a bit old school this morning. I know we're all Adidas, but I'm just, I don't know why. I just went through the retro tops and put that on. Let's get some more comments up there. Andrew Lane, how are you, Andrew? One of the things to talk about is what are your views on the transfers we're doing. I'm going to kick the ball off here. I'm just looking at the team. I've got it on a different screen now. I'm looking at the squad as it is on the lcfc.com website. Obviously, Casper's there. We've got to talk about Casper because there's a lot of... I heard it about 10 days ago. Somebody said to me, I've heard Roma are interested in him. And I was a bit like, I don't see it, but I very much do see it now. Especially as we've signed Danny Ward for 10 million. Where does that fit in with Jakupovic? We signed him for 2 or 3 million and he done well for Hull. So what do we think to the signing of Danny Ward? Is that Casper's replacement? Morning, says Tyler. How are you, Tyler? Graham Hill, how are you? Lots of hellos coming in there. Wayne Taylor, hi Wayne, thanks for watching, says, I'm taking my 2-year-old lad to his first away game. Yeah, I'll see you there. Come and find us. Where am I sitting? I'm sitting in the Jimmy Cyril stand. Not many of you will probably remember Jimmy Cyril, but a great character in footballing terms, manager at Notts County. And I think, did Jimmy Cyril manage Derby County as well? I can't remember. I certainly remember him as Notts County manager. Anyway, I'm in the Jimmy Cyril stand. Block Z1L. Reminds me of the Zenith Data Cup match. Crikey, anybody watching remember going to watch Leicester City in the Zenith Data? I think it was the semi-final. Or it might have been the Northern Final regional thing in a long time ago. Anyway, I can remember that like it was yesterday. Leicester against Notts County in the rain in the Zenith Data. Darren, hi Darren. Bradford says he's taking the boy. Good. Let us know what your boy's naming, Darren, and we'll give him a shout out. Paula Barrow, morning to you. James Day, hello, how are you? Steve Shepherd says, are we going to lose Casper? Do you know what? I think we are. I think he is going to go. If I'm honest with you, Steve. I don't particularly blame him, especially if it was somebody like Chelsea or Roma came in for him. I have slight mixed feelings about Casper because he is probably our best keeper for a long time. I'm probably going to say Casper's probably the best keeper I've seen at Leicester since Well, I love Kevin Poole. He was brilliant, but never really big enough. But Pooley was great. I did like Cooper, although he didn't play for very long for us. I'm going to go back, I think, to Mark Wallington, who was back there right at the start of me watching Leicester City. Mark Wallington was so consistent, very underrated because he never got picked much. I think he might have got an England cap, but Mark Wallington was up there for me. I didn't see Shilton and I didn't see Banks, so they would be the big two that you'd compare Casper to in Leicester City terms. I think those who are slightly older than me would go for Gordon Banks. But I think Casper's been a great servant for Leicester. I've just got a feeling. There's rumours that he's been not getting on so well with Club Puel. There's been fallouts. They're just rumours. Hey. I don't know nothing, but I'm just reading on the rumours. I'm just going. Dipak's come in here. 100% Dipak says, don't forget, Dipak and Don are hopefully going to be doing their shows every Thursday night. Late night with Dipak and Don. Jamie from the Fox's Arms. I think, Jamie, if you're watching, have the Fox's Arms got the match on this afternoon in Alcudia? Anyway, Jamie's on live tomorrow morning at 9:30. I'll go on to tell you about some of the other new things we've got coming up. James Day question here. Would I sign Rondon? Yeah, I think I probably would. I think he's a good player, isn't he? What do you think, James? Put in the comments, James. Would you sign Rondon? Not me. What would the fans think? This is the fans show. I'm just a mouthpiece for it, as are all the other guys at 100% LCFC, but it's your views that count. Davey Hato says, solid transfer window so far. Get a Mahrez replacement in. There's a big question. Do we need to replace Mahrez or do we not? Anyway, let's come back to David's comment. A backup right back and clear some more dead wood and we'll be golden. Just a couple of interesting comments. Again, I'm on my other screen here. I'm looking at the squad list as it's on the Leicester City page. Just a couple of interesting things. I noticed that Andy King and Mendy have not got photos as yet in their new Adidas kit on the screen, which is a bit strange, seeing as, well, we've certainly seen them at training. There's a few others like George Thomas has and Leighton Nduku, but they're sort of some of the lesser squad players. But Islan Slimani and Leonardo Ulloa also do not have photos on the website. What do we read into that? Can they just not be bothered to take a quick photo and pop it on the website? Probably takes about 48 seconds to take a photo and pop it on a website in today's age. But anyway, Robert Smith says, and I haven't heard this one, but Robert Smith says, is it true that we've been offered Drinky for 20 million? Interesting. I've come out. I've said it. Give me Drinky for 20 million. I'd have him back with welcome arms. Drinky, come home. Come on, Drinky. That's me. I'd take Drinky. I know a lot of you say, oh, he's a money grabbing, but I'd have Danny Drinkwater back. Great player. No question about it. Wall Peston. Sorry, Wall. Interesting name there, says, we've been linked with every man and his dog. Hard to differentiate between genuine rumour and utter bull. I agree. Darren Bradford says he's referring to our new keeper, Danny Ward, who he says here, this is Darren saying this, says, good signing for us. Can't see us spending 12 million for a keeper to sit on the bench. I'm not being funny. I agree with you, Darren. Just why spend 12 million quid to have a keeper who sits on the bench? I know you'd say, oh, you need a decent keeper in reserve, but Jakupovic is a decent keeper in reserve. He's probably a decent keeper, for a starting team. So I think if we've got Casper and we've got Jakupovic, let's bring somebody up from the academy, a third team keeper. That's the way it used to be. We don't need to spend 10, 12 million pounds on Danny Ward as a keeper unless, and this is what I say, unless he is going to be the number one or number two. There's no point. Why you would not spend 10 or 12 million pounds on a third choice keeper? It's pointless. Absolutely pointless in my books, because that's where we need to be bringing the young lads up. Trust me, I've seen enough local football just around Leicestershire to say there's decent keepers out there. There's young lads out even in Leicestershire who could be a third choice keeper. I'm sure the academy's got, or the under 23s, under 21s Leicester keeper should be on that third spot learning the trade. That's my opinion. So Danny Ward, for me, forget it. He's not going to be a third choice keeper. Whether he's number one or whether he's number two, let me know. But I totally agree with you, Darren, on that one. Another Darren Pick, morning. Jason Mills saying, what's the latest on Johan Bakash? I don't know, Jason. Does anybody know? Can anybody help Jason out there? Uh, Thank you, Ryan. Ryan is referring to my comment about Jimmy Cyril, because I'm sitting in the Jimmy Cyril stand. He says Jimmy managed Brentford, Notts County 3 times, and Sheffield United. He was a right character, Jimmy Cyril. If you've not seen him, you ought to look him up. Darren, shout out to your son, Devon. Hopefully I've got that right. Anyway, hopefully he enjoys his first away Leicester game. Darren Pick says, better than Spider. Casper's better than Spider. Listen, I've only got one memory of Spider Calac, and that was in the playoff final. Crystal Palace away, 1996. Injury time, penalties are looming. Spider Calac, amazingly, I think it was Martin O'Neill, amazingly takes the keeper off. I'm going to say it was Pooley. Takes Poole off because, like I say earlier, he's a bit too short. Spider Calac trots onto the pitch, expecting to be our penalty saviour, and then Stevie Claridge shins one in. What a time. Mark Wallington, Chris Foreign, yes. Hi, Chris, how are you? Chris, I hope you're well. Chris obviously runs Leicester Till I Die. Not been so chipper, Chris, and sending you all the love from everybody here on 100% LCFC. If you can, get a comment in, say get well to Chris. Make sure you follow Chris over on Leicester Till I Die. Loads of great stuff. He's not been too chipper. Chris says Mark Wallington. Yes, I would say Mark Wallington. Probably for me, Pips Casper Schmeichel is my favourite all-time Leicester keeper that I've seen play. Steve Shepherd says I liked him as captain too. I think that. Are you talking about Casper? Oh, here's another keeper. Joanna saying Casey Keller. Good shout. Good shout. Good shout out. Casey was great for us. Peter from Australia. Hi, how are you, Peter? Whereabouts in Australia are you watching for? Right, here's a question from Ian. Thank you, Ian. This is a great question. Now, what are our expectations, I guess? That's exactly what Ian is asking. Where do we feel is a decent season for us? Now, get your comments in, put them on there. Let me know what you think. Reply to Ian's comments. I'm just going to put it in a bit of context. From last year, I think most of us would have pretty much took 2 quarterfinals and 9th as a more than decent season. Now, if I put that into context, about 6 or 8 games in, we were in a mess. Certainly by the time Craig Shakespeare was let go, we were in a bit of a pickle. Now, I know it was early on in the season, but we were in the bottom 3, and it just felt like it wasn't right, did it? So Claude Puel came in, and for me, took us to 2 quarterfinals. Annoyed that we didn't get past a quarterfinal, but let's leave that. 2 quarterfinals and a 9th finish. I think that's pretty decent. Pretty decent. I feel like we could have perhaps got to the final of the League Cup, and we certainly could have got to a semi-final of the FA Cup we were a gnat's knacker away from getting to Wembley. And I think if you'd have said 9th in a Wembley appearance, maybe a cup win, and that would have got us into Europe. It was just the edge of being really, really decent season for Leicester, if you put it into context of 140 years and quite a lot of them in the second division. Forgetting that we won the Premier League 2 years ago, obviously. So for me, I think last season, in hindsight, was pretty decent. And I'm going to go back to your views. That's what I want, is your views on what you think is a decent season this year. Loads and loads of people. Got so many comments coming on. Jason Mills saying, don't start me on the second half of the season. Dipak here is saying upper lower third of the league. Upper lower third. What's that mean, Dipak? Put it in numbers. 6th, 7th, 8th you're talking about. Anyway, Dipak says here, safe, steady and comfortable. I can't see the manager wanting us to progress in any cup competitions. All in all, a very decent season. So Dipak, you're saying you don't think the manager will want us to go in any competitions. Interesting. Sean Patterson says top 7 if we get another striker. Do we need another striker, Sean? Is that what you're saying? You think we need another striker? Is Musa going to be the striker? Is Slimani going to come good for us? Or is Slimani going to be off? Robert Smith saying 7th is realistically the best we can do. Paula, Hi, Paula. Thanks for watching. Saying 7th. Chris Ward says Europe. Jason Mills is saying he expects top 7. But I mean, are you expecting top 7? Are you pretty much people saying, well, I think the top 6? I mean, you've got Man U, you've got Man City, you've got Chelsea, you've got Arsenal, you've got Spurs, haven't you? And did I say Liverpool? So there's your top 6. You never know. It's about time Spurs messed up even getting in the top 6 at this rate. They've messed up the league 3 or 4 seasons on the drop. They've messed up Europe, and now they've messed up a World Cup. So for me, I do think Spurs, it's about time they fell out that top 6 and remembered that actually they're not the biggest club in the world, Tottenham Hotspur. They certainly are not. They think they've got this God-given right, but they don't. A lot of young kids think Spurs are all this and that. No, to me, they're a decent team. Decent playing team, but they're not necessarily a top 6 club. There's no reason why Leicester could not be a top 6 club, potentially. Will Spurs struggle in their new ground, maybe, as well? There's a thought for you. Davey says top 8. And Chris Ward says, would you give Musa a chance this season? He looked all right in the World Cup, didn't he? Would I give him a chance? Of course I'd give him a chance. We bought him for 16 million. When 16 million was quite a lot of money. If you're spending 10 or 12 million on potentially a third choice keeper, 16 million doesn't look expensive. But 2 seasons ago when we signed Musa, that was a lot. And certainly 30 million for Slimani. I'm split on Slimani because after about 6 months of having him, to be fair, I called him privately. I didn't say it on here, but I said I think he's one of the worst strikers I've seen play for Leicester. I think he's a donkey. I don't mind saying that. That's just my view. I'm allowed to think that. But I think I'll give Slimani another go for next season because I think the way we might play might suit Islam Slimani. And I certainly think we need a plan B. And Slimani's a plan B. So that would be my things. Ian saying, do we push on Europe or build for the following season? Here we go. I've got a lot to read here. James Day says, I am a West Brom fan. Hi, James. Thanks for watching a Leicester City show. Great to have West Brom fans. Well, I suppose you're in the Championship. If you want a bit of Premier League excitement, come to us. By the way, thanks for Johnny Evans for £3.50. That was very nice. Anyway, he says, last night in Aberdeen, he watched Aberdeen v West Brom in Aberdeen, and I think Rondon would be good signing for Leicester City. And we are after Daniel Amati from Leicester. Can you tell me how good Daniel Amati is? And say hello to Johnny Evans for me. James, Daniel Amati is brilliant. He's worth 35 to 40 million. We'll swap him for Rondon. Just give us 10 million on Rondon, and you can have Amati because he is that good. Okay. Do you think he's going to swallow that, James? Honestly, Amati, he's all right actually on his day. Daniel Amati is all right. It'd probably he's too good. Well, I was going to say he's too good for the Championship. The jury's out on that. He'd do well in the Championship. I've seen him have good days. I've seen him have bad days. He's just a bit inconsistent at the top level. Lewis says, I'll take a cup, a semi-final and a Europe spot. Morning to Richard Wilson. How are you, Richard? Thanks for watching. If you can like and share, everybody, that's brilliant. Please like if you're on Facebook. Please share if you're on Facebook. Please retweet if you're on Twitter. Please give us a little heart. I hate doing that. That's so yeah, that's not me. I'm from the wrong generation to be doing hearts. But give us a heart if you're on Periscope and on Twitter. And if you're over on the YouTube channels, drop us a comment, drop us a share, do all the usual stuff. Chris Ward saying if Leicester need a striker, go for Andre Silva. That's an interesting one. Davey says take the 40 million for Musa if it's a genuine offer. Good grief if anybody's offering us 40 million pounds for Musa. Give us the money. Give us the money. Jason saying Europe for me, why not? We are former champions. The only way forward is upwards. I agree. Joanna Astley is investing £1 hard-earned pound on us finishing 9th. What odds would you get for that? Probably about 9 to 1, I would say. I would think that's one of the ones. Steve Shepherd is saying, Danny Welbeck or Sturridge. Please no to Sturridge, thank you. I've never liked him since I seen him play for Liverpool against Leicester a few seasons ago. I can't remember the score, but I was again sitting in the family stand and Sturridge was like Up and down, off. He was tripping and flipping and falling over. He was one of the most annoying. I don't mind watching away players play well at Leicester. I remember people like Shaqiri playing brilliantly at Leicester. Steven Gerrard. Oh, so many players have come and had great games. Even Harry Kane, bless him, came and had a brilliant game, didn't he, in that when they demolished us 6-1. But Sturridge has really annoyed me. And I don't rate Danny Welbeck either, if I'm honest. So for me, Danny Welbeck, Sturridge, I wouldn't want them. I don't care how much they cost, even if they came cheap. Maybe I'm being a bit, but I just don't think Welbeck or Sturridge fit with Leicester. Um, I don't. I'd rather pull somebody, another like Maddison from the Championship, or Jamie Vardy from lower down. I'm a bit like I'd like to see a bit of fresh fresh talent from our country, and I'm not being anywhere, but just like giving somebody a chance, because it doesn't feel like that happens very much now. Yes, they come a bit through the academy like Ben Chilwell, but Demarai Gray, I suppose, was the last one we've given a chance to, particularly from this country, where you go, yeah. And that was a pre-season friendly. I was at that one, Birmingham. It's about 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons ago anyway. Birmingham went 2-0 up. They scored. There was about 4,000 Leicester fans at Birmingham that day. And Demarai Gray scored an absolute belter of a goal. And we all remembered him from that. And I think obviously Ranieri did and signed him in the January window, I believe it was. So I'd like to see us sign. I'd like us to take a chance. There's so many, I was saying earlier, so many good players low down in the divisions who we could just take a chance on. Um, Reading some more comments here. Assume you're joking, Tyler. Tyler says plan B could be stick Benny up front. To be fair, I'd rather stick Harry Maguire up top. I assume, by the way, I haven't checked this, but I assume none of the World Cup players are playing today. I assume Vardy and Maguire and Casper are not going to be there. So I don't know what today's team's going to be. Stephen Bean says, if we need a striker, Danny Ings. I like that. That's more of a shout for me. Danny Ings. Yeah, I would take Danny Ings. I've always liked him. He's a grafter. Um, I thought it was always a strange move when he went to Liverpool, because I never thought he was quite up to that level. But played brilliantly at Burnley, didn't he, Danny Ings? Would you take Danny Ings? Stephen, answer me that. Would you take him? Would anybody else? I certainly would. James Day saying maybe Slimani to West Brom and Rondon to Leicester. Good swap. Trying to say, can we pay them $1 million to take Musa? Trust me, if we could get £40 million for Musa, we'd all be snapping their hands off, wouldn't we? Yeah, Ian says we have so many good academy lads who need that one chance to prove it. So I agree with you, Ian. Excuse me while I take a slurp there of tea. Musa is a fantastic player as shown in the World Cup, but just not for Leicester City, says Adam. Well, you could well be right there, Adam. You could well be right. Lots of rumours, isn't there? Again, keep commenting your views. We'll keep going for a little bit longer. As I say, I've got tickets here. Hopefully see some of you. If you see me down at the match, come and say hello. Want to get loads more fan views on. One of the things people said to us last season was, Phil, can you get more fans, different fans on, get their views on? And I go, yes, I'm always trying. I'm always appealing. Please come on. Come and speak to us. You'll see. I've got my kit. I've not quite sorted my kit out yet. If you see us out with this thing, it's too hot for me to wear my jacket that I normally wear today. I'm not even sure I'm going to wear this one because it's a bit retro. But if you see us with the mic, come and say hello. If you don't, if we've not got the mic out, come and say hello, and I'll get it out. I'll whip it out, shall I say? Anyway, yeah, I'm 100% LCFC Phil. Like and share this video, thank you. That would be great, and keep putting your comments up there. Ian is saying we are set up not to support players like Musa and Slimani. James Day is saying, can we have Musa? James, you're the West Brom fan, aren't you? Yes, you can. We'd swap him for Rondon. Robert Smith is agreeing with me and saying he would have Danny Ings in a heartbeat if he's not a fitness risk. He does have a bit of an issue with fitness, doesn't he? Does have a bit of an issue. Carl saying thumbs up to Danny Ings. I'm with you on that. I'll take Danny Ings. Chris Ward, no thumbs up, but yes for Ings. Richard is saying that's how it worked originally. The top two divisions would go to the lower divisions for players. I know it's old school. I just, think it's great in a way that we've signed Ricardo Pereira. Look, I'm just going to read you what name he is on the squad list because we've been arguing what we're going to call Ricardo. In the World Cup, I think he was called Ricardo, wasn't he? But on the official Leicester City website, let me read out what it says here. I'm going to take a drink. He's not got a squad number yet. Again, how long does that take to give a player a squad number? Nor's Johnny Evans, no squad number on the website. So officially, perhaps we've not done it. Anyway, here is Ricardo's full name: Ricardo Domingos Barbosa Pereira. Ricardo Domingos Barbosa Pereira. I think that's what we should just call him all the time now. Who do you want to centre back? We'll have Harry Maguire. We'll have Johnny Evans, and then at right back we'll have Ricardo Domingos Barbosa Pereira. Squad number to be confirmed. Anyway, keep getting your views in. Who do you think is going to line up for Leicester today? Do you think Danny Ward will get a shout in goal today? Will we see? I don't think Casper's going to be there, is he? I assume they're all on holidays after the World Cup. Are we going to see a bit of Danny Ward? Is he going to come on second half? Be interesting. Is Jakubovic going to start in goal for Leicester today? What do you think? Richard's made me laugh here. 14 seconds, he says. 14 seconds. 14 seconds to get a squad number, yes. It does take 14 seconds. Oh dear. Ings is not for me. Nacho Gray Diabate's setup needs to shine this season, says Ian. That's fair enough. Nacho was starting to look like the player we hoped at the end of last season, wasn't he? Just starting to look good. Yes, the same names come out. Charlie Austin. I'm a big fan of Charlie Austin. I think maybe his time has just come and gone. I think he's at Southampton still, isn't he? But for me, maybe it's just gone. Stephen Beans is saying yes to Ings. I think these thumbs up are from Paul White is for Danny Ings. Stephen Bean, thumbs up. Maybe they're just likes. I don't know. Likes or could go live or interview after the Valencia game, says Joanna Astley. Yes, that'd be great if you're at the match. Is anybody at the match? I'm going to put this in the comments. Who's going? Who is going today? Comment if you're going today. Excuse me. Got a frog in my throat. Who's going to Notts County today? I've shown you my tickets. I shall be there. Who else is going? Put in the comments if you're going. Hi, Tom. Tom Hoger's watching. How are you, Tom? Tom's hopefully starting. I can talk a little bit while we're waiting to see who else is going. Tom's hopefully starting a show every Friday night at 8:30 live on 100% LCFC. So that should be good. I think Tom will be looking forward the night before match day about who's going to play, looking through the squad, looking through who we think is going to make that starting 11. We've got a fantasy football league that we've been sharing the links to. So please join into that. The more the merrier in our fantasy football league. We're hopefully going to have a show on Tuesdays talking about the fantasy football every week, how it's going. I'm going to carry on doing my Monday night 8:30 fan zone. And Jamie, all the way from the Fox's Arms, is every Sunday. During the summer season, he's on at 9:30 UK time, AM, every Sunday. So he will be here tomorrow morning with the Fox's Arms Aftermath show. I'm trying to see if anybody is going there today. Robert Smith says me. Hi, Robert. Come and say hello if you're there, Robert. One of my aims is to meet more and more of you. So come and grab me, tap me on the shoulder, hit me around the head. Well, not too hard. Jump on me, whatever you like, or just come and say hello, Phil. Here's my views. David Bonza. Right, Bonza? I'm sure everybody called you that. Will Vardy stay or go, says Adam. Leon says, hi, Leon. I'm going. I live across the road from Notts County. Lovely. Come and see us then, Leon. Yes, it is on live on LCFC TV. So everybody can watch it this afternoon. And then you can comment with us. Hopefully we're going to do an after-match show today to chat through it. You can't read anything into into the pre-season matches, but it's always interesting. Ian says he's not going unless someone has got a helicopter to get him there. Wall is watching it on the internet. Richard, don't forget, if you're not there, watch it on the internet. Emma Louise is going to watch on LCFC TV from a bar in Mallorca. Is it the Fox's Arms, Emma? That's what we all want to know. There's only one bar in Mallorca. It's called the Fox's Arms, which we plug like buggery because Jamie is from there and does a lot for us. Is the match open for us all to watch on LCFC TV? Yes, it is, I believe. You have to register, so go and register this morning. Don't wait till like kick-off. Go and register and watch it on there. Chris Ward saying Leicester are 11 to 10 to finish in the top half of the table, so that's even. So that's pretty much what the bookies think that they are. Leon says he'll keep his eye open for us, so that'll be absolutely great, Leon. So I think we're about there. I'm not even going to try and predict who today's team's going to be. My interesting one is, will we see Danny Ward? I'm assuming we won't see any of the World Cup players. I'd be interested to see Johnny Evans, very much interested. I assume Johnny Evans is going to start. I assume Chilwell and Morgan are going to start. Fuchs is certainly going to start, you would think, or have a play. God knows on the team thing. Midfield's going to be very interesting, isn't it? I think Ibora, Silva, Ndidi. Ndidi's probably not there today, to be fair. Or Brighton. Matty James is still with us. I don't know if he's back from injury. Got to be fair. Mendy around. Up front, Debate. Again, Okazaki, Vardy are not going to be there, you would think. Musa's not going to be there. Slimani and Ujoa, maybe. It could be an interesting one today. Expecting it to be a bit of a funny result. And then obviously coming up, we've got next Wednesday, we've got the two matches that are in Austria. Can't go to them, but I'd love to. Half thinking of going to the Lille one. So anyway, from me, Phil, 100% LCFC. Thanks for watching. We'll see you before the match and after the match. Come and say hello and see you then. Cheers. Bye.